Hi everybody, it's Sunday. It's not just any Sunday in February, it's Super Bowl Sunday. Pat's had pregame on and the game starts at 6 o'clock. So I thought, well, I'd take a second or two and just come and say, hey. I've just spent the last half hour or so reading all of the comments on Tammy's Yo-Yo Max 12's, one of her latest videos, the one on Macaron, and I've had hysterics reading some of the comments, and it encouraged me to read pretty much all of them, and she's got close to 500 comments. It's been hysterical listening to the debate about first how you pronounce macaron. Is it macaron or is it macaroon? Well, those are two different things. This is a macaron. And this is a macaroon. The macaroon I can make. I can't make a macaron. Here's the macaroon. One is a delicacy, a confectionery delicacy. The other is a glop of stuff, which is quite delicious, don't get me wrong. I love macaroons, but it's a glop of sugar and coconut and dipped in chocolate. They're delectable, but it's not a macaron. I had my first macaron in France. And it was an experience. They could be called ambrosia when they're done properly. Tammy's look pretty damn fine to me. They've got the little feet that it's supposed to have. They're small. The only complaint I would have is that the last real macaron I ever ate was in a little place in France called Nancy. And Nancy is reputed to be where macarons were invented. I don't think that that's quite true, but they certainly make very fine macarons right now, and they're famous for their macarons. Nancy is in the Lorraine region of France, and well, as I said, they're famous for their macaron, and they make them purple. Can you imagine if Tammy had made purple macaron instead of Earl Grey tea macaron? Died and gone to heaven. Seriously, the macaron I had in Nancy in the year 2000 was amazing. And I did a search on the internet. In Toronto, they have a whole list of the best macarons in Toronto. And it's on this blog. And look, do you see? There's purple macaron. Plus, it talks about how much the macaron cost. And the cheapest one is $1.75. No, I'm wrong. There's one for $1.25. $1.75 is average. $2.50. $2.50 is to be expected for one macaron. No bigger than the ones Tammy makes. Back to her comments. Seriously, I was having hysterics over the discussion about how you pronounce macaron versus macaroon. Completely two different treats. And, well, it sort of opens your eyes about the kinds of conversation we can have in our comments streams. And perhaps one could criticize Tammy if one would ever criticize Tammy, she could have said, "This is how you say it. It's not a macaroon." She encouraged, by not doing that, all of those comments that were somewhat patronizing when they criticize how she pronounced macaron, when she was absolutely correct. It's the only way to pronounce it. It's not a macaroon. Not that I would ever criticize Tammy. Please don't get me wrong. In fact, I thought it was adorable. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. I'll try and be back soon. That's it, that's all.